Assalamualaikum everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I have the Toyota Corolla. So in my previous video, a lot of people were asking that we want the JDM version of the Bangladesh's national starting sedan. So today I have the JDM version, the Japanese version, the Japanese domestic model, the Toyota Corolla, and I'm going to give you a full in-depth review. So let's start the full video. So the Toyota Corolla. This car has a really back history of the car. So first let me explain to you from where and then from where the Corolla comes from. So the Corolla is mainly Toyota's mid-size, not mid-size, small-size sedan that they make, that is a 5-seater with a efficiency engine that gives you very good fuel economy. So the Corolla's production was started in 1969, and by 1974 it was the best-selling car. That's a very good achievement for Toyota, and they were really happy for that because it was just the start of the Corolla. And this is the 12th generation of the car, and it has been successfully one of the best small size sedan that you can get in Bangladesh that gives you very fuel economy engine. And the 11th generation, a lot of people are confused, what is a Exio, what is a Corolla? So at the 11th generation has two models, non-facelift and facelift. Non-facelift and facelift, there's a little difference. So on that, they tried to change the name with the Corolla and make it the Exio, but they couldn't do that. So they named it the Corolla Exio, then the Exio Corolla, that's the pre-facelift and the facelift. And then they came back to the Corolla because they couldn't get the Corolla name out of the vehicle. So now it is just the Corolla. And now let's come to you which country product the Corolla. So the cars that are produced in Thailand, Australia, India, Pakistan are called the Toyota Corolla Altis. The full front is different on that. I did a full in-depth review of it. I'm going to link the video in the description or in the pop-out banner up there. And the cars that are made in Japan, America, North America are the Corollas. That is this variant. But this particularly came from Japan. But this is a full JDM version. And I'm doing this video because a lot of people were wanting to see the JDM version and what are the difference. So let's show you what are the difference with the JDM and the Thailand produced. So now let's show you the full front fascia. So now I'm going to show you the key. So before, the Corolla used to get some grades. So now this is the top of the line, the WxB. And before, the G and the WxB used to get key start. So this was the key for the previous generation. And this is the key of this generation that has Corolla written. It has the Toyota with the hybrid badge. It has 3 buttons and it's a premium level key. Same key as the CHR and for the Prius, the new version. So the width of this car is 70.8 inches. So now I'm going to go inside and turn on these LED projector setup headlights that are completely different from the Altis. So here I get inside. So foot on the brake, pressing the start button. This is with the fog light and the daytime running lights, hazard, headlight, high beam off. Now if I come outside to show you the headlights of the car. So a lot of people is gonna ask, and I'm going to show you that's why, that is the front or the headlights, what's different with the Altis. So the full headlights are different. You get full LED projector setup. This is your daytime running lights. So you have 2, and this is your hazards. But in Altis you had some blue accent and it was a little more different. But this is actually more sport here, and this is the top of the line, so it looks more better. So you have this very nice design at the side. It looks aerodynamic. So then you have 4 sensors at the front. You have this chrome accent with black accent, and it's actually open, so the radiator can be cooled, but it's closed here for increasing the downforce. And you have the Corolla logo here that the Altis didn't have. The Altis has the Toyota logo, but this is actually the Corolla logo with blue accent. And thank you to Auto Theater for providing this car to me. I'm going to link their Facebook page at the description box if you want to buy this car, or the lower version of this, the G variant. Now that's pretty much it for the front fascia. It looks amazing, to be honest. The hood has very nice aerodynamic parts to it, so it looks more aggressive from a side angle. Now let's check out what is powering the Toyota Corolla hybrid. So for opening the hood, you have to do it from the driver's side. So there's a button here, and there you open it. So you could get 2 engine variants with the Corolla hybrid and the Corolla non-hybrid. So the stands right here, same as the Altis, it's in the same place. And it's the same engine as the Altis too. So it's a 1.8 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine with 16 valves. It's front wheel drive with a CVT transmission. And if you talk about power output, it's same. It's 121 horsepower, 105 pound-feet of torque, and it is actually powerful. because the car is very lightweight, it can get to the power easily. So I drove the Altis. I'm going to link that video in the description or in the pop-out banner. But it is the exactly same engine, just the production plant are in different countries. So you have very nice organizedly engine bay, and then you can see the 1.8 liter engine right here. And that's pretty much it. You have your radiator fluid here and here. I forgot one more thing. So all the air that comes out of here all the way gets covered in here and straight goes to the engine for the ventilation of the engine. And you have the functional battery here. That's the car battery. And now let's talk about the engine variants. You can get a sedan, you can get a wagon, and you can get a Corolla Sports. That's the hatchback. I'm going to do a full review of that soon. So that's pretty much it for the front. You have your adaptive brake assist and all your safety systems. That's why you have your camera and your dash cam. And the windshield wiper are rain sensing on a Corolla. Now let's show you the full side profile. So the length of this car is 182.3 inches. Now let's show you the wheel. So because this is the WxB, the top of the line, you get bigger wheels than the Altis and the lower grade for this car. So the wheel size is 215 45R17s. You have 4% brakes at the front with your ventilated calipers. You have strut suspension at the front with coil springs that improves the comfort of the car. The side fenders are also designed to make the car look more fancier. You have this vortex generator for more aerodynamics. And the main part, because it's a JDM model, you get rain shades, but you didn't get those on the Altis. You get your keyless entry, and it makes your mirror open. You have a light here, and you have blind spot monitoring, and that's pretty much it. Then the wheelbase of this car is 106.3, and the ground clearance of this car is 4.3 inches, and it also has side skirts that the Altis didn't have. Now it's time for the fuel tank, so I'm going to get inside and open it. So all of the Corolla hybrid gets a 50-liter fuel tank, and you can fill up from here. And the rear wheels are same as the front, just the brake calipers are smaller and has multi-link suspension with coil springs at the back. Now let's check out the rear, but before that you also have a shark fin antenna that is fully functional. Now let's go to the back. So the height of this car is 56.5 inches. Now I'm going to get inside, turn on these rear lights. So here we get inside. Put on the brake. Start button. Full light is on. As it's on, this is with the reverse. Now we're going to come outside and show you the rear lights. So the rear lights are actually, to be honest, it's very beautiful. But let me tell you guys what is different with the Altis. So it's like a beard thing, you know. So the Altis's beard used to go like straight down and here, but the Corolla's beard goes up. And now let's jokes aside, let me just do it as I do. So the lights are actually down, and then you have this black accent up. But on the Altis, this black accent was chrome, and it was down here instead of the up. And then you have the Toyota logo with blue accent. You have a lip spoiler on this WxB version of the car, and it actually makes the car look more nicer, to be honest. You have the Corolla badge, and the Altis has this Altis badge down here. The Altis has the hybrid badge, but this has the full meaning, so hybrid generic drive. You have the number plate slot with 2 lights and a reversing camera. And the rear bumper is fully different. You have 4 sensors at the back with a towing hook, and the reflectors on the Altis were like this, but on the reflectors on the Corolla are straight. That's pretty much it for the back. Now let's check out the practicality of the car, but you also have your upper stop brake light here. Now let's check out, is this car practical? So the boot space, so if you just press here, you can open the boot of the car. You have 504 liters of storage, and you have some underfloor storage too, with your tire repair kit and the tools for opening the tire and your towing hook. And you can also fold down the seat 60/40 distribution. And that's it for the full exterior of the car. Now let's get into the interior. So now let's get inside the Corolla. So it gets full leather seats with white stitching, and it is comfortable. You have enough knee room and headroom. You have seat pockets on the passenger side. You have this empty storage with 2 charging sockets, but on the Altis, you used to get AC vents in the back, but on this you don't, but you get those power outlets. You have a armrest at the center, so 2 cup holders, armrest, comfortable. You have a room light here, and you have a full fabric headliner. Now, if I come outside, but before that, you have ISOFIX anchor points too on this car. So you can put a child seat. So now the door. So first of all, you have your door handle with your unlocker and locker. You can do it manually from here. You have your grab handle with your leather touch with your white stitching. This is piano black. This is your window opener, bottle holder. Down here's your speaker, and you also have this white stitching here. And this is also soft touch material. Now I'm going to get inside the front. So now let's show you the interior. So first let's start with the dash. So the dash design is pretty much the same. You have the soft touch material with white stitching and your SRS airbag. You have your AC vent here, this nice design. You have a glove box with decent amount of room. And now if we come to the seats are semi-bucket. So the seats are semi-bucket, half leather, half fabric, because you have the bowstrings here, and it is actually very comfortable. It's a black with this white stitching. Now let's show you this center panel. So you have a storage down here with a 12-volt socket and a USB for charging your mobile device, and it is fully leather with white stitching, so it's comfortable. 2 cup holders here. You have your brake hold and your automatic parking brake. This is your gear knob, so you have reverse with adaptive guidelines, and then you have neutral, drive, and B is for braking. And then you have your driving modes up here, so you could control that, and you have your EV mode. You have a little phone holder down here and another USB here. Now let's come to the AC panel. So this is for the wind speed, this is for the temperature, so you have your 1-zone climate control, off, rear windshield heater and sides, front windshield heater where you want the air. This is for your eco, hot, cool. This is the system for Toyota for their AC. This is where you want the air for the passenger. This is an outsider coming inside and AC on. You have 2 vents up here and a hazard light here. Now let's show you the infotainment system. So before I go to the infotainment, I forgot to show you some stuff. So because this is the WxB, you have the WxB written right there, and you have the Corolla written here. It's the branding. Now you have some vanity mirrors up here, and you have some lights at the center. So these are your room lights. This is for if the door is open, the lights can turn on. This is for both lights on together, and you have your SOS emergency. This is your rear view mirror that you can flip from here. Now let's come to the infotainment. So this car gets a 6-inch infotainment system that's from Japan. So you can just control all your Bluetooth stuff, and you can control radio and AM and your navigation if it works in Bangladesh. Now let's come to the steering. So steering is fully covered in artificial leather with white stitching. It is manually adjustable but telescopic, so you can adjust it how you want. So over here you have your cruise control. This is for your safety systems like your adaptive brake assist and your cruise control. This is for the modes for the AC. So if I just press here, I can change there. These are for skip tracks, volume, voice command for controlling that digital screen. You have receive call, cut call, and cancel for that. Now let's show you the main instrument cluster, but you have some stuff here. This is for the high beam, hazard, and then you have your headlight controls here with your fog lamp controls here. And on this side you have your windshield wiper controls, and you have your startup button here in blue because of hybrid. Now let's show you the full instrument cluster. So foot on the brake, pressing the start button. So the downgrade of this car gets the full analog RPM, but the Corolla gets, the WxB gets full digital. I mean, not full, like half. And the Altis also gets half digital, but Altis has a hybrid meter here, but the Corolla has a full RPM. And you have the fuel tank here, so how much fuel you have, the engine temperature, you have your time, kilometer, outside temperature, which gear you're in, the car is ready and it's on EV right now, and the kilometer of the car. And that's the trip A. So if I show you some features, so first of all you have your eco score, and this car gives you a void, so how good you're driving the car, so how much fuel efficient you're driving the car. Then you have your trip, your another trip, and then you have your hybrid meter here, so charging, eco, and power, And the same with trip A and trip B down there. So I'm gonna keep it like this. And then if you go here, you have your safety systems of the car with the navigation. You have your audio information about the car, so when the engine's powering the wheels, or the battery is charging from the engine, or the battery is powering the wheels. And then you have all your safety systems. So this car is reconditioned, so it has run 9,339 kilometers in Japan, and you can control through a lot of stuff with this. So you press, you have your trip A, trip B, the brightness that you can control. Then you have your kilometers, so the ODO, yeah. And that's pretty much it for the instrument cluster. Now let's show you the door. So first of all, you have an AC vent here, you have your white stitching up here. Then you have your headlight leveler, auto headlight on, and your traction control. You have your dead pedal, brake pedal, and gas pedal, and the same WxB written here. This is for opening the trunk, and this is for opening the fuel tank. The hood opener is actually here, and the seats are 6-way adjustable for the driver and 4-way adjustable for the passenger. Now you have your door handle here, then you have the soft touch material with your stitching. You have this leatherette with the stitching all the way here with your grab handle. You have your mirror controls here, and folding and unfolding, lock, unlock, window lockers, and your window controls with gloss black accent. Then you have a bottle holder down here, and you have your speaker. So that's it for the video. Turning the car off, and here I come outside. So if you like this review, make sure you hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And you guys are gonna ask for the price. So the price of this car is 36 lakhs, slightly negotiable. And for the lower grade of this, the G, that is 35 lakhs, slightly negotiable. If you need any of these two cars, you can contact with Auto Theater. I'm going to put their Facebook page at the description box. Until then, stay safe, stay home. Peace.